All right, guys, so we finished our amazing salad, and Paula has been nice enough. I asked if she'd show us her camper and some of her items that she really enjoys. But just a little bit about you. You don't live on the road full time, but since we started talking, it seemed like you were kind of really interested in that idea.
Yes. It's the freedom around that's really beautiful. I love this kind of lifestyle. I've been living this kind of lifestyle for decades now, but I still have to work, you know. We have to work.
Right.
And I just got my truck camper. And now I'm like spoiled because I don't even want to work at all.
Right. You just want to be out. You just want to be out in nature.
And I love what I do. I'm a holistic wellness consultant, so this is what my passion, and so I'm able to share this with people who want to bring a well-being into their life that is non-existent at this point. It's a lifestyle that we live. So I have my mountain bike.
It's awesome.
That I put in my truck. I can also, when I put the camper down, I can put it in the back.
Okay.
You know, when you're out on the road, you want to get plenty of exercise. So you know, hiking's great, mountain biking, swimming. You want to have access to different things. You want to be able to enjoy the variety of activities that is good for the body and the mind and the soul.
Right.
And then I have this one item that is my love, which is my Biolight.
These are awesome.
Which it's not only environmentally friendly and socially just and spiritually fulfilling because the earth itself is providing me with the fuel
right.
that I started. So I start my fire. It's got a little fan on it, which is also, they have, a Biolight has another system that has a port where you can plug into, because this becomes thermodynamic. It heats, the electricity heats up and charges it. Yeah,
makes its own
and
power.
You plug your cell phone or whatever your USB port is.
So this version you actually have to charge this because it has a fan.
Yes, this comes off. You charge port right here.
Charge it up with the USB cable.
And then this will last 2 to 3 to 4 months, depending on how much you use it. You have a low speed, a medium speed, a high speed.
And that runs the little fan that keeps the fire going.
And it runs the fan, yes, because otherwise
your fire would die out.
Oxygen, right.
Okay,
and it's simple to use, and it's self-contained, because when you're done using it, you put that in there, and then that goes in the Biolight.
All fits into the pot. That's awesome.
And it's pretty, I mean, it's very light, so those that are doing primitive camping, you can just throw it in your backpack. Really light. This is really light, but you can all your meals in here.
That's awesome.
You can cook your teas. You can eat your meals right out of there. And it's big. I mean, you can cook for family in there. It's really nice. And then
you don't have to carry any propane tanks or butane. You just
collect this. This wood was actually cut for size for this.
That's perfect.
Out in nature, there's all kinds of. You're out in the woods.
Right.
So you don't have to. All you need is a match, or unless you can, you know, light by fire.
That's very cool. That may be an item that I invest in one day.
It's worth the investment. This was $99. I get most of my stuff at LL Bean because you want to get good quality stuff. But if you're starting out, go to the secondhand stores.
Right.
You can get your whole camping. When I started out camping years and years ago in the Blue Ridge Mountains, did a lot of primitive camping out there. I was a thrift store, the SPCA thrift store, and I got everything. I got my sleeping bag, I got my tent, I got all the utensils that I needed.
That's awesome.
Really reasonable. But now the quality of the material that I use, because my tent, you know, I'm out in some stormy weather sometimes, so I get the Biolight LL Bean tent, which is a beautiful tent, and their gear is pretty good quality-wise. And plus it's LL Bean, Maine. It's a great company, and I want to, you know, what am I saying yes to? And what am I investing in, not only for me, but for my community and the society that I live in. I want to say yes to what's going to support the environment too. So this is great. Another thing that I love to do, making this
cost-effective. Yes, we were talking about this because in the salad that you made for me, there were these delicious sprouted lentils, and they were so flavorful and so good.
And the nutrient value in this is the nutritionally dense. I mean, something that's cost-effective. Not only that, this jar was $6.99.
Nice.
And you put a few of your, whatever you want to sprout, your sunflower seeds, your lentils, your mung beans, whatever it is, you put a little bit in the bottom, put your water in it, let it soak overnight, and then you have a nice top right here. You just dump the water out, and then you let it sit in the dark for a couple days, and then you let it sit, the last day, let it sit out in the sun, and you kind of want to tilt it, and you rinse it a couple times a day too.
Okay.
And just be mindful of being gentle with the sprouts. Nutritional value of this is and the protein in this is insane, and the nutritional value is it's a complete protein, so the body itself, it's biocompatible, and it's really fascinating. When you eat the best food in the world, you feel really good.
And I feel after that big salad with a lot of those, I feel energized, and I couldn't believe the flavor. There's so much more flavorful than just a normal lentil being sprouted.
Right, and I think, you know, when we start to kind of explore new avenues of our nutrition, we find foods that are fun and exciting. It's not about eating dried out rice cakes, it's about enjoying what nature has provided for us, and then our body says, yeah, the body alone knows when it feels good.
That's awesome.
So I just got this and I love it. I've been tent camping for many years.
Okay, and this is a truck camper, but it's the pop-up type, so you can bring that down, makes it much more aerodynamic.
Yes.
So when you stop and set up camp, this is how I met Paula. She was having a trouble with one of the latches. So she came over, I was able to get it unlatched, and we just hit it off from there. So I'm so glad that latch got stuck.
I know, oddly enough. Isn't the universe funny how it works? This is a 2006. I got it from Jack's Campers. It's a used one, obviously, but it meets my needs. It met my financial ability, and not only that, I am in love with it. I got it a few weeks ago, and I'm telling you, I could just live out here.
It's got everything.
It's got everything. If you want to come in.
Let's check it out.
So it's...
I like this
Brian
little...
said this comes down, so, but I can still open this when it's down if I need to get to my fridge.
You needed to get in there.
But because it's up, it gives you a whole spacious...
Yeah, it's a really tall...
And as you come in, you can see you got, you know, the steps, which usually I just put right in here when I'm done, and it's got pretty much everything you need if you like to come in.
All right, well, let's go on in. Oops. Yeah, just very spacious. The thing I saw first was the big bed.
Which is beautiful.
And she's got everything. I mean, this got a stove, sink, fridge.
It's got a fridge, and this fridge runs off propane.
Yeah.
Not only does it run off propane, it's got a battery in here that runs the fan.
Okay. Yep.
And then the great thing about the pop-ups is you can see the pranayamas, that's breathing, panoramic view.
Yeah.
And
there's a breeze flowing through here that is just awesome.
At nighttime, it's like sleeping in heaven.
It's really, really cool. And I like this kind of skylight thing too, to let in some natural light.
Yep, that's beautiful. And this is, you got your sink, you got a pump that runs that. This runs also off of the battery. Okay. But you can plug in too. Yeah. You got the propane, you got your stove, which is makes it. I mean, the Biolight's beautiful. I love that. Yeah. But you know, sometimes when, whatever. Yeah, when you're cooking indoors, you have an option, right? Yeah. Weather may not permit being outside. Yeah. And again, propane's pretty cost effective too. It doesn't cost a lot. A little tank will last you a while. And then you make it your home. You know, you set up your home. I have, you know, like my bags here that I travel with because I do work. I got my laptop. I do work also a little bit. Right. I spend more time in nature, and then when I do work, I'm much more effective, much more efficient in what I do in a lesser time also. Exactly. And this is just stuff I bring I pack my foods, I pack the clothes I need, and books. I read a lot. Nice. So, yeah, and then the greatest benefit of this is awesome. I love camper is this. I love this setup here. It's a toilet. Yeah. Because, you know, we still have the necessities that need to be met. We want to be comfortable. So it kind of turns, you kind of get a little sofa, and I do a work table on this. Yeah. I work on this, but then I take this off. I recycle everything. Right. This is really cool. This feature right here. So that folds up, and it exposes the toilet. So that snaps up there, and then it exposes the toilet, but it's also got a little tub area, so you have like a little, you could rinse down. Because I'm always bare feet, and I always go, you know, at night before I go to bed, I like to, you know. Or you could even reach that outside, right? There's actually a shower outside. There's already one outside, okay. And another great benefit of being out in a home like this, or a little camper, I can get a lot of, you don't have to be in the office. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I do, you know, I am in the world too, so I do that. But another great benefit that I love this so much, and if you want to switch places. Yeah, you showed me this last night. This is really cool. I'm going to take this back off.
So yeah, if you remove that pad, I mean, if you sitting on this, there's the couch right here.
There's a couch right here.
You've got this table in front of you, but also I noticed this little bracket thing here. So
this is a beautiful thing.
She's going to show us. This is super great idea.
So it's simple to, I mean, it's simple.
Right.
It takes some assembling.
And then down here.
And it allows it to be more roomy in here too, without it. So you put your table on.
That is perfect.
So I can
and that
swing the table around.
Anywhere you need it. You could use it as extra kitchen counter space, an office table when you're sitting on the couch.
What I do at night, last night I did some work on my computer. I sat right here.
That's perfect.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I can also put it over here when I need some, like Brian said, just some
extra fruit prep area.
Extra space.
Yep.
Like the salads I made today, I didn't really have a lot of room over here, so I was able to put the plates here.
That's awesome.
And then take my time and cut my food and really be present.
Right.
With it all and be in a space of really loving life.
This is awesome.
It is awesome.
And then of course your view out the window all along, everything you're doing. I mean, this is just, and so, oh, look at that cool white van over there.
Yeah. And the thing about the view is no matter what you're doing, you're working, you're sleeping, you're napping, you get back from a hike, you still got, you know, you're still in touch with that nature.
And the breeze, it's just the ventilation in here is awesome.
Especially sleeping at night, as you mentioned, it's like being out in nature with the comforts of being inside. So
you have a true shelter.
It's the shelter. I guess I was trying to say.
And then there's these lower windows too. I just noticed those little pop-out windows.
These are great when this comes down, because it comes down to here. So if you have to get in for any reason, maybe there's a storm outside and you have to put the top down, you still have a place to sleep.
Okay.
You still have access
to your fridge.
Okay. But most important, you need air.
Exactly.
So both of these open.
There's one over here too.
Up.
Very cool.
And the thing that I love about this most is the freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom to live how I want to live and to participate in the well-being not only of me, but be the example for my friends, my colleagues, people out there that are trying to invest in their own wellness and not really quite sure how to do it. That everybody wants to be happy and healthy.
Right.
And well, where do I start? And you start with investing in yourself, spending time out in nature, eating really good, healthy food. And it's a myth that it's expensive to be healthy. Cost-effective foods out there. I could go on and on because I'm passionate about what I do. But I really appreciate meeting Brian. It was really a great opportunity to meet someone who's like-minded, and also someone who is environmentally friendly and socially just and spiritually fulfilling in their own life. They're living the actual, like Mahatma Gandhi says, become what you want to see. He's actually living that, and I've been living this lifestyle for many years, and I don't run across, I think Brian might be the first person who's really impassioned about how he lives his life and what he's saying yes to. And we all have choices.
Right.
We all can choose peace. We all can choose happiness. We all can choose love.
Yeah, it's true.
Be happy.
I think for me, definitely, and we've talked about it extensively, is connecting with nature. I know for me, changed my life.
Absolutely. Healing.
Anyone out there that watches my videos, they know my story, that I came from a very dark place. And just being out in nature, surrounding myself and submerging myself in nature really changed my life. And like you said, you know, I've been out here almost a year on the road, and I rarely come across people that we seem to connect like we did. So I'm super, super grateful that we met and had time to talk. It's been awesome.
Aww, thank you.
And, you know, we've exchanged information so we can stay in touch. And, you know, I wish you the best, and I really hope we see each other again down the road.
This is the life.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.